Amen. Oh, this is gonna be the last one with the Easter stuff up because we just had the Ascension. I should probably.
Oh yeah, it's not Easter anymore.
Uh,
One more week.
well, this coming week I think is Pentecost. So the question is, does the Easter season end on the
We had
Ascension?
the same
No, I know, but
conversation
like
last time.
there's a whole week between the Ascension and Pentecost. So like it is that week Easter. Are the colors still white? Or is it like a random week of green before red?
I don't know. I feel like it ends with Pentecost.
All right, so I have till Saturday
Okay.
to take it down.
It's been a while since we recorded.
I know. It's been probably since the Easter one. I don't think we've done another one.
We did one after that because we were talking about how long we should
But
have
that's what I'm
Easter.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, that was like right after Easter, I think.
What has happened since then?
Oh gosh, so much.
Mother's Day. That's a big deal.
Mother's Day. Yep. Mother's Day happened.
How was your Mother's Day?
It
Good.
was good.
It was
Saw the
good.
piggies and the kids seemed to have a good time.
Yeah. Tell them what we did.
We went to a mini pig farm and they had a whole bunch of mini pigs and piglets and goats and sheep and chickens, and there was a turkey and a mini horse.
There was a turkey. The mini horse was cool.
And I think that's it. There was a lot of animals. It was fun. I went for the pigs. Other animals are cool, but I went for the pigs.
I mean, it is a mini pig farm.
Anyone
but they were
yeah.
potbelly pigs too.
Yeah, there were there was a potbelly and a farm hog there. Anybody who knows me knows I love pigs, so it was fun. And I knew Ivy would have a good time because she's really into animals and animal sounds right now.
Yeah.
Iris reacted how I thought she would, just kind of chilling, watching everything like she does everything else. But I was pleasantly surprised by Toby, I have to say.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be like Iris and be all weird about the whole thing, but no, he was having a great time. He probably had the most fun.
Yeah, he was running around trying to touch different animals.
I mean, Ivy didn't agree to pet an animal until the very end.
Iris only pet the horse.
Yeah. So Ivy touched a little pig, and then she was sitting there petting the chicken, just saying, chicken, chicken,
chicken, yeah,
over and over again. But it was good. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for humoring me. Because I know you weren't excited.
It's animals. I don't get excited about animals. But
I know. So thanks for coming anyway.
it was fun. I had fun. It's always nice to see you have fun and to see the kids have fun.
I did have fun.
Yeah. And then you got a cool gift.
I did. Oh man, I should have been drinking out of it.
It's okay.
I got a travel mug that says best mom ever on one side, and then the other side is the back of me and the 3 kids as superheroes. So I'm dressed as Captain America. Then there's little Toby Spider-Man, and then Iris and Ivy are Hawkeye and Thor.
Yep.
Or Iris is Thor, Ivy's Hawkeye.
Yeah. But yeah, those that know us know that we're really into superheroes. Yeah. Hence Kiro's Heroes. Yeah. The name. But yeah, I think it was really fun. For those that have seen the Mother's video on this channel too, obviously we celebrate Mexican Mother's Day separate with my mom. So we spent the week up there, had fun. We went out to eat.
We went to Universal.
Not
for Mother's Day.
No, we were just there for the week. Yeah, it was the same trip. We took Toby to Super Mario World.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
That was really fun.
I'm not sure
who had more fun.
Yeah, him or us.
Him or me. I definitely had more fun than you.
You think you had more fun than me? I was just amazed by everything.
I was going around punching all the blocks and wanting to play all the games.
You were. We couldn't get the watch off you.
I was just mad that Toby was wearing it and not using it.
Yeah.
When he was using it, it was totally fine.
Yeah.
But when he wasn't using it, yes, then I was annoyed because we had to
Hmm.
beat the game.
But yeah, it was really fun. It's cool how they have it set up almost like a Mario level
Mm-hmm.
where you have to do certain attractions and beat them.
Like little mini
Yeah,
games.
and then you get keys, like in the video games, to then fight the boss at the end and you fight
Baby Bowser.
Bowser Jr.
Oh, Bowser Jr. Baby Bowser.
Baby Mario, Bowser Jr.
He's Baby Bowser. Come on.
And then you get to fight Bowser at the end, and that's really fun. And it's cool how they're like a stickler for the rules too. If you don't have the keys, you can't get
Oh
in.
yeah, they will not let you in.
They won't let you into
I
the
saw them
last one.
trying to explain that to someone who like didn't really speak a lot of English, and I was like, oh
That
gosh,
sucks. Yeah,
that's probably really difficult and probably something they deal with like daily.
yeah, yeah. Especially it sucks for people that don't have like as much time because we paid to get in early
Yeah.
so we can do everything, and we
Mm-hmm.
looked it up and we did our research, so we knew what we had to do in order to get that.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm really glad we did that as opposed to just showing up because it would have been really overwhelming trying to figure it all out when you're there because there's so much going on and it's in a very small space.
hmm
So it's like just packed in and you can't even really like get a feel for what's happening because there's just so much stuff and so many people.
hmm
So I'm glad we knew what was going on.
Yeah, the Mario Kart ride was fun. Uh, well, it's kind of fun. The visor thing
Yeah.
didn't really fit Toby as well, so the whole time I'm holding Toby's like
Thing on.
thing on his head while trying to play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
He had fun.
Well, that's good. So it's like a visor that sits on your head and then has like a screen.
It's an augmented reality screen.
Yeah, but so you wear a visor and then you and then the screen is attached to your car.
Mhm.
So once you sit in your seat, then you have to clip the screen onto your visor, and that made it too heavy to sit properly on Toby's little tiny head.
Yep.
So it kept like falling forward, right? Yeah.
Yep. But he did fine. He liked the other rides more. I think his favorite part was the restaurant with
Probably.
all the
And
toads,
just hitting all the
blocks.
blocks.
Yeah, finding finding the secret Mario's and Luigi
Oh yeah,
stars
yeah, yeah.
around.
I don't know. He liked that timer game a lot because
Oh,
he
that
had
was
to
a
run around like a crazy person,
It's
turning all
true.
the clocks off.
Yeah, for the piranha plant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one was fun. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. Definitely recommend it. Toby's 4 years old, so
Mm-hmm.
and he had tons of fun. So
Yeah.
if anyone has a kid that young and we're wondering, there's plenty to do there for them. He was able to ride everything and go on
Mm-hmm.
all the rides
Yeah.
and do all the attractions there.
Yeah.
So and you definitely only need one of the watches to play the games for the whole family.
But you definitely need one or you can't fight.
Yeah, you need one
Bowser
if you
Jr.
want to fight Bowser Jr.
Which blows my mind. Like, you've already paid to come into the park. Like, and then the wristband is like $40. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's not fair to families who can't afford that. Like, maybe they got gifted tickets.
hmm
Maybe they won tickets. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And now they have to have this additional $40 thing to like fully experience that area of the park. Because the Harry Potter ones do stuff, but they
wands,
just do
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
They're not like
You don't miss
required.
out on. Yeah, you don't.
You
miss
can
out,
watch
like,
other people do it and be
yeah.
like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, you don't miss out on the like roller coaster
No.
or like the like going through Hogwarts.
No.
Those rides. It's true, but even then, it's still cheaper than Disneyland.
I guess.
I don't know if you saw that breakdown that family did of like spending money at Disneyland, and it's
No.
just like ridiculous. Yeah,
I don't want to know.
I'm-
Disneyland's crazy.
yeah. I'm a fan of Universal Studios though. That's where I went a lot there, and Six Flags growing up. Wasn't really a Disneyland fan. So that's where we've taken Toby, and now that they have all the Minion stuff, Secret Life of Pets,
Mm-hmm.
I think Toby really enjoys going there, so we have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we've done.
Is that it? I guess. Yeah. Next is Father's Day, coming up in a couple weeks, and then we got a wedding to go to, which will be fun.
But yeah, it's all been good. It's all been fun. Kind of we were talking about last time. We're slowly getting get back into a rhythm of things with the kids, and we have.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been home for a while. Your parents have come here, which has been nice
Hmm.
to just not have to leave
Yeah. We went on an
constantly.
adventure this weekend in San Diego.
We did, and it was our first time taking the girls out for the whole day and not having them like nap at home.
Yeah.
Wasn't really too sure how that was going to go. It went better than I prepared myself for because I prepared myself for the absolute worst.
You're always prepared.
It's easier to have very, very low expectations and then your expectations to be exceeded. But it wasn't fantastic. I'm not like, oh yeah, we could do this every weekend. No, I won't do that every weekend.
No, it was a special occasion. My godfather was in town visiting from Mexico. He had never really visited San Diego, so we wanted to show him around, and we figured,
We did. That was
yep,
a long day.
yep, did Seaport Village.
We took the trolley
We
to
took the trolley
Seaport
to
Village and then walked along the water from Seaport past, for anyone familiar with San Diego, from Seaport past the Midway, past the Star of India, and then up into Little Italy.
Yeah, we hit all the touristy areas.
Ate in Little Italy and then caught the trolley from Little Italy.
Back. Yep.
Did you check how far that was?
Our walk?
Yeah. I feel like I don't want to know. Had to have been like 5 miles or something ridiculous.
I looked at my steps.
Okay.
And so I try to do the 10,000 steps a day.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like 25 or something.
Okay, well, how far is 10,000 steps?
For me, it's about 2 miles.
Okay, so we probably walked 4 to 5 miles.
Yep.
Okay, I was right.
It wasn't that bad.
It's far.
It was far. Toby walked a lot of that.
I mean, he was in the wagon for a while, taking a nap.
I think he was just tired of walking.
I think he was just tired, too.
My mom almost got in the wagon. That was funny.
She could have.
I know she could have, but
that wagon holds up to like 300 pounds.
Those wagons are crazy. If you have multiple kids, definitely.
We have the Keen's 4-seater stroller wagon, and it is amazing. It was very expensive. Very expensive. Yes. But I saved up for it, and it was worth every single penny of that money.
Yeah, we've gotten so much good use out of it.
And they'll be able to use it like into like childhood, not just like baby toddlerhood, because it can just be a wagon.
Yeah.
We don't have to have the seats in it. We can just throw stuff in it.
Yeah.
So.
It does. It works really well.
You can sit in it.
I'm more than the 200 pounds.
300.
Oh, I could sit in it. Who's gonna push me though?
I'll push you. Me and Toby will push you. Just not uphill, maybe.
Yeah.
Flat, normal ground. But.
Yeah. I wanted to talk today about recent news
around Target chaos.
Yeah. You heard about it first, and you're like, what's going on?
I did. I had like kind of talked to my mom about it a while ago.
Yeah.
When Target was talking about coming out with like their Pride line coming up, and they were going to be doing like a gender neutral line for kids. And my mom and I'm like, oh, gender neutral. That sounds great. Like that was all we talked about was like the gender neutral for kids. And then in one of the Catholic Facebook groups I'm in, I think it's a Catholic mom Facebook group, but whatever, doesn't matter. Somebody was posting like, does anybody know where to buy cheap diapers that's not Target? And I have a very specific formula that I can only find at Target. Like, I don't know where to go. And I was like, why? What's wrong? I'm so confused. And so I commented saying, have I missed something? What's wrong with Target?
Apparently you missed something.
Apparently I had missed something. And so then I got a bunch of answers about Target's new Pride line and some articles that were very informative.
Yeah.
But so basically Target, they do this every year.
The Pride stuff.
They have come out with a Pride line for the last like 4 or 5 years for the month of June, but this year seems to be having a much bigger backlash, I guess. It's definitely more like straightforward and outspoken in terms of LGBTQ plus phrasing for the adult clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, since I've heard about it, I've seen people talk about it on TikTok and stuff. Like, people in that community were like, I don't know if this is ridiculous or cool. Like,
Oh.
it's like that line of just like gay. Like, why am I gonna wear a bright green jumpsuit that just says gay on the back?
Yeah.
Or like, what was one? Oh, there's a shirt that says like live, laugh, lesbian.
Mm.
And I think someone in drag or something posted that was like, this is either the best or worst shirt. I can't decide.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Just like absurd.
And that's the
But
thing too, like when it's for adults, the adults clothes, you choose what you wear anyway. People are
yeah.
gonna choose what they wear.
And the kids stuff, when I was looking at it, it's all just like very generic phrasing of like be kind, be yourself, like love people. And then it's like colorful.
Rainbows.
It's like rainbows and colors, and kids' clothes have rainbows on them all the time.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. I'm so confused.
I know there were specific things, like there was a book called Bye Bye Binary, and that was like one of the big things. And
Just don't buy it.
yeah, and obviously us being Catholic and really wanting to push our kids to like love themselves and be themselves.
Yeah.
But at the same time trying to empower them in who they are as a man and who they are as women. I'm not gonna buy that book for them. Right. Because I don't agree with that. But that's me as a parent making my own decision. And I also think other parents have the right to make their own decisions. Yeah. Right. Like I can't be mad at Target and be like,
they're just trying to make money.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing too. Like, people don't understand that Target isn't really making a stance of like we are with the LGBTQ community. It's more like
we're not isolating them.
Yeah, they're our clientele, so we're gonna
market to them.
Yeah, like and that's what it is. And I get people like not wanting to support, but
good luck.
Yeah, good luck finding a company that that won't do these things, right? And it's weird. One of the big items that came up was, I'm still trying to figure out what the heck it means. The underwear.
So it's a swimsuit.
It's a swimsuit.
It's a 2-piece swimsuit, and the bottom. I was actually looking at the app today, and it no longer uses this wording, so they must have removed it.
Well, depending on the target, some of the targets removed a bunch of stuff that from the backlash.
Well, you can see it all in the app. You just wouldn't be able to like pick it up in store. Yeah. You could purchase it online or whatever. But the wording before was like tuck friendly or tuck something. So it's a female swimsuit, or female style swimsuit, I should say. So it's a 2-piece. So the bottom is like a standard, underwear 2-piece, whatever. But it has fuller coverage. So it like goes really low down on the hips, goes pretty high up the waist. And then I'm assuming tuck means like a man could tuck himself.
Yeah.
There's probably more fabric and maybe like a pocket inside for him to tuck his privates in a certain place to make them less noticeable. I don't really know. That's just my logic.
Yeah.
Thinking about it that way.
And again,
but then they also had tops, like sports bras that were like binding, that were supposed to help, make your breasts smaller. And like, I don't know how I see it, especially from the male perspective of men wearing female clothing. Like, women, okay, well, first of all, gender, there's female and male physically, biologically. There's different parts.
Yeah.
Right? But in terms of how we dress and how we portray those genders, those are just made up.
Yeah.
Like, we just decided that women were going to wear dresses and men were going to wear pants.
Yeah.
We'd made that up. So if a man wants to wear a dress, who freaking cares? I grew up wearing boy clothes as a kid. I shopped in the boy department. I wore baggy shorts and baggy t-shirts because that's what I was comfortable in and that's what I liked.
Yeah.
And no one batted an eye. Why does it matter if a boy wants to wear a dress? Because he thinks it's pretty.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? So if a man wants to wear a female swimsuit, it's not going to fit him.
Yeah.
Because there's no room down there. But a girl can wear a male swimsuit, and they do, and no one cares.
Yeah. I think it's interesting you bring that up because it's like the idea of like a heel, right? Heels were originally made for men,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's just a woman thing.
Men used to
And
wear dresses too.
yeah,
Like look at the kilts.
that's not a dress, but
They're
it's a
skirts.
skirt. Yeah, and yeah, and like there's this idea of like fashion, how a person should dress, and I'm like I said, I'm very much for like, especially with our kids. Like I tell Toby, like you're a man, and like I want you to be strong. I want you to be smart. I want you to be kind. But I say the same things to the girls.
Right.
I want you to be kind, smart, and strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I always put an emphasis too on like Lily works out, and I make sure that when Toby says, "Oh, I'm strong like Boppy," I was like, "Yeah, you're strong like mommy too,
Mm-hmm.
because mommy's strong." And same with the girls. Like I rough house with the girls. It's what I'm gonna do. It's how I treated Toby. It's how I'm gonna treat them. And I mean, coming from like Latino culture, which is very much like macho and
Toxic masculinity.
toxic masculinity, like my mom has seen me roughhousing with the girls, and she's like, "You shouldn't play with them like that." I was like, "That's
Yeah.
how I'm playing with them. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like I'm gonna treat them like that." And it's just, and even now at their age, you can see some tendencies in them.
Oh yeah.
Where like I like
Ivy's much more sensitive and is
yeah
very obviously
yeah
going to be a girly girl.
yeah, and she asks to wear a dress, and she's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Pretty."
Do my hair, and
Yeah
she'll sit and let me do her hair.
yeah
She wants me to cut her fingernails. Iris is like, do not touch my hair, it's in my face, I cannot see, but I do not care.
yep. And so there's this like cultural idea of what gender should be, which like both you and I don't agree with,
Yeah, because I think
right?
there's the flip side to that too, of like, yeah, girls can be strong, but men can also be
Sensitive.
soft
Yeah,
and sensitive.
which
Like,
I am.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't have to be this big macho man
Yeah.
to be a man,
Yeah.
to be a real man. That's not, you
Yeah.
don't need to be that.
Luckily, I also grew up with my dad being sensitive, and he's from Costa Rica, where they're more like islander, like
Mm-hmm.
everyone loves each other, pura vida, that type stuff. So that was instilled in me, but I saw a lot of my friends that were like Mexican that they would tell me their dad never said like "I love you" to them,
Right.
and I make an effort to tell each of the kids every single day "I love you,"
Mm-hmm.
and I want them, and I show them, and I try to spend quality time with each of them because I think it's important.
Yeah, and like men should have emotions.
Yeah,
same way that women
I
do.
go through that with Toby too.
Yeah.
Like I say, hey, I feel bad sometimes too. Like I have feelings. Let's talk about our feelings. Let's go through this together because I want him to be in touch with that side of himself
Right.
too. And again, like I appreciate the like God given gifts that we have as men and women,
Absolutely.
right? And like it's a beautiful thing that women are able to have children. Men are going to be physically stronger, but at the same time, we should teach them to, like Toby, to protect those that are weaker. Like that's just kind of the things.
Yeah, use your strength for good.
Yeah, and those are the things that I want to instill in them. So when it comes back to this, like how they should dress and stuff, like I don't really care. I remember. Do you remember Toby's second birthday? He was really into Minnie Mouse.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we did a Minnie Mouse party. And I remember some people were like, Minnie Mouse? I was like, that's his favorite character.
He likes Minnie more
likes
than
Minnie
Mickey.
Mouse.
I don't know what to tell you.
Right now, his favorite color is pink.
Yep.
And we're like,
Okay.
all right.
Good color.
Yeah. Pink
Pink's
is
a
a
good
solid.
color.
Like, I have pink shirts.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. But I think it's still kind of like my mom like cringes a little when she hears that. And it's fine. Like, she's not used to it. It's not how she grew up.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks
Yeah.
sometimes.
But yeah, we just work through it and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But man, when it comes to like clothes and stuff, it's like,
I just feel like there's a difference between how you dress and what you like and what you're comfortable in. That has nothing to do with your sexuality.
Yeah.
Like they're not related. Sure, there might be correlations,
mm-hmm.
but there's not, what is it? Correlation does not equal causation or
Causation.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't mean
Yeah.
that you're gay or queer or whatever. I don't know. There's so many options.
We're not experts in this
No,
whatsoever.
absolutely not. But yeah, like myself, I grew up wearing boy clothes because I liked them, because the girl clothes were tight and too small for me and uncomfortable, and I didn't really like pink or sparkles or whatever else was on the girl clothes, so I wore the boy clothes. And I married with children. Like, I don't see the
Yeah.
problem here.
Yeah. I don't either. And I mean, there's still pictures of
I still
me
don't
as a
like.
kid playing dress up with my
Yeah,
aunts, and they're putting me in dresses.
I still don't like women's clothing sometimes because it's too tight.
Yep.
I have big arms, and sometimes shirts I'm having to like rip the seams to fit to fit over my biceps.
You have guns. That's what
Got
you have.
guns. So I just buy men's t-shirts or women's tank tops.
Yeah. But yeah, but even like the kids' clothes
Yeah.
for boys and girls.
That's why I was so excited for a gender neutral line, because I'm constantly shopping for the girls in the boys section.
Mm-hmm.
For things that don't say like boy on them.
Yeah.
Because the girls' clothes are significantly smaller.
Yeah. I mean, you have some here.
Yeah, I pulled so these clothes, they're 2 shirts. They're both Cat and Jack, bought at the exact same time. The same day. One from the boys section, one from the girls
Same
section.
size.
Same size. They're both 2T, both Cat and Jack. And there's, I don't know, this is going to be hard, but look at the sleeve, first of all. The shoulder on this one is here with this finger, and this is the other shoulder. So there's a good, like, inch difference between the shoulders. The obvious sleeve length difference. And then if I hold it up, here, you want to help me? If I hold this up. Like, the gray shirt is wider. And this is the front of this shirt. Like, look how much shorter it is.
Yeah, the other shirt comes down to here.
The long part is the same length as the boy shirt. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And when you see the girls wear them, like, I'm going to return this and get them a 3T.
Yeah.
Because it's so fitted on them.
Yeah.
It looks uncomfortable. Like, I remember, so we have friends that have a daughter. It's like 3 weeks older than Toby. And they've always been like pretty close in size, but every time I would talk to her mom about clothing size, I was always amazed that she was wearing these huge sizes. And I was like, why is she wearing like a 4T when they're like a year old?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I'm so confused. And now I get it, because girls' clothes are teeny tiny and it's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, they're the same size. Boys and girls are the same size at this age.
Yeah.
And girls don't need to be wearing fitted clothes.
No, they're already like
look at these shorts. Look how short these are.
The girl shorts.
They're so tiny.
They would never make that for boys.
No. Like, this is the crotch. Look at this inseam. Come on now. These are not bloomers. These are not the thingies that go under dresses. These are supposed to be shorts. They have a button and pockets.
Yep.
Also, why do toddler shorts have pockets? Women's shorts do not.
So they can hide stuff.
BS. That's what I'm saying. My toddler does not need more pockets for their rocks.
Yeah. But that's crazy, because, I mean, at such a young age, they already start messing with their body image.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, put them in gender neutral clothes, please.
Yeah.
Let's have it just be no gender at all until they can no gender until they can decide how they want to dress and present themselves.
Yeah, I agree with that. And there's all this like talk also about the gender neutral toys that Target was doing, because they stopped labeling basically all their toy section
they
boys
just
and
put
girls.
Everything in a department.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is fine.
That's fine.
But we did that anyways. Toby went in to get a toy. We're like, yeah, you get one toy, pick whatever toy you want. And we did not push cars and stuff on him. He
is a boy through and through, and that was not our doing.
We tried to not influence him.
Yeah.
And he went for it.
He did.
And guns.
Cars.
He just builds his own guns with his
video
Legos.
Games. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the girls will go that path
He
too.
didn't even have an interest in like stuffed animals.
Yeah.
He did not care.
Yeah. And then there was the girls with the dolls.
Instant.
Yeah.
And they like stuffed animals too, especially Ivy.
Yeah. And I think it was at my mom's house. She just bought like a bunch of different toys, and they're just all in a box.
Yeah, she had like two dolls and like it was just random
And all of
toys.
Toby's old toys.
Mm-hmm.
They were all in a box, and the
Mhm.
girls just naturally grabbed the dolls, and
Yep.
that's what they wanted to go for. And
Yep.
we had to buy them dolls because they would ask for them at
Mm-hmm.
home.
Baby, baby.
Yeah, so they say they both have their babies right now in bed with them.
Yep.
And yeah, and they'll pick what they want. If when they're slightly older, if Iris wants to be playing with Hot Wheels and stuff like Toby, like that's
That's
fine.
fine.
Yeah. I
That
don't
was me.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I did both. I played with Barbies too.
I had action figures, which are basically
Yeah,
dolls.
I had Barbies and doll houses and stuff, but then I also like was a tomboy and got dirty and played sports and
Yeah.
did all that stuff. So I did. I got the best of both worlds.
Yeah. But I don't know. With the all that stuff, I mean we really like Target, but yeah.
It would take a lot to just make me stop shopping at Target.
Yeah. But I don't know. People
They
just
would have to
get
personally attack me, I think.
yeah. I don't understand how people want a company like Target to just adhere to their needs and make the choices for them. And that's what I don't get. It's
Yeah.
like make the choice yourself to either do it or not, right?
Yeah.
To purchase something.
Yeah.
And
And
I don't know.
I mean, a company like Target is so big that like even this kind of backlash on social media is not gonna hurt
Yeah.
them.
Well, there
Like,
was
sure, maybe they'll see a dip in sales for a week
yeah.
or two, but like they're gonna be fine.
Well, did you hear what happened with Bud Light?
Oh, well, Bud Light owns so many other beers that people were then like, oh, I'm gonna drink Coors,
Yeah.
but that's Budweiser.
No.
Or no, Coors did their own thing,
Their own
but
thing,
Bud
no.
owns like a
No,
bunch of other beers.
Bud Light lost a bunch of money.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, but it's because they obviously do not understand their consumer.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Bud Light,
Budweiser.
Yeah, Budweiser had a trans spokesperson,
And they had
and
like rainbow cans or something.
I didn't know that much. I just know it was like a commercial
Yeah.
and stuff, and I I just figured it was Pride Month. All the companies switch all their logos to
Yeah.
rainbows, and everyone does it, and all of a sudden, all these people are like, "Oh, we're not supporting Bud Light or Budweiser anymore. We're not gonna drink this." And they've lost a lot of money. To this day, they're still struggling to make their sales, which is
I wonder if
crazy.
that's just Budweiser though. Like
But
Bud
I'm
and
I'm
Bud
pretty
Light.
sure like
Because they own, or like Nestle. Like
yeah.
they own so many other brands.
Well, regardless, I'm making up this number, but I'm pretty sure like 80% of their consumers are like right wing
Yeah, probably.
crazies.
At least that are drinking Bud. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who's drinking Bud.
Yeah, right. But
Definitely not here in
yeah.
San Diego.
nope. Yeah, but that one's insane. The whole thing with the Dodgers right now is insane too.
Oh yeah, you just told me about that. That's pretty weird.
Yeah, like so.
At least Target picked a side. Or a side.
Yeah, so the Dodgers are doing their Pride Month stuff, and they have their Pride Night, and they're honoring a bunch of like people that serve the community in honor of LGBTQ plus. And sure, okay, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Like I said, all these companies are just
Trying to make money.
yeah, they're just I don't
Pleasing
know.
the masses.
It's like empty actions that they're doing. Like, how much do you actually do for the LGBTQ community outside of Pride Month?
Right.
Right. But they had this group that they were honoring, which is the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, something ridiculous like that, some name.
I think that's what you told me the other day.
And they do help out the community a lot, which is a plus. Is why they were getting the award. But they also they do drag as nuns, which is offensive to us as Catholics, right? And it's not all the members of this group that do it, right?
I mean, their name is a play on
Yes, on
Our
sisters,
Lady
yeah.
yeah, perpetual help.
But if they're just like playing dress up and like going out and doing community service fine. Like, but they actually like to make a mockery of
Mm.
Catholicism, during like events and stuff, and that was a problem. So the Senator Marco Rubio posted something, and it still blows my mind that someone in Miami could, or in Florida, could affect what the Dodgers are doing in LA. But there is backlash online about this group being honored, so then the Dodgers uninvited them. And because they uninvited them, then there was more backlash from LGBTQ plus community, and now they re-invited them. So it's just like,
Make up your freaking mind.
not just make up your mind. Is like, I think both Catholics and LGBTQ plus community people need to see the Dodgers for what they are. They're just trying to make money. They're just like, oh, they're mad. Let's adhere to them.
Yeah.
Oh, now this group is mad. Let's adhere to them. They don't care.
Right.
That's the thing. They
I
just don't
do
care.
I do think in this situation though, like, and I guess technically I'm biased because I am Catholic, but at the same time I think I would have the same opinion if it was a different religion, that if they're making a mockery of it, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if they were making a mockery of Jewish people
Yeah. Or Muslim people.
or Muslim
Of
people.
Islam. Yeah.
They would immediately be rejected from everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is Catholicism any different? Because we're more chill? I don't know. Like, we, like, because we haven't been ostracized the same way
Yeah.
in history, but like, I don't care what religion you are. Like, you don't you don't make fun of a race, you don't make fun of somebody's sexuality, you don't make fun of their religion. Like, that you don't touch that.
Yeah.
You
Across
if
the
you
board.
yeah, it crossed the line there. Like, if you want to dress drag, that's fine. If you want to go help the community, great. I support you no
Yeah.
matter how you dress or whatever. But I don't know. To me, that's taking it one step too far.
Yeah. That's crossing the line.
Yeah. So I think they should have thought that one more through and should have kept them uninvited and
Yeah.
and explained that was the reason why. Like, we didn't,
Yeah.
we didn't fully vet this group. We didn't understand that it was, doing this to this specific religion. Like, we're trying to be inclusive of everyone,
Yeah.
and now you're not being inclusive of Catholics.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, growing up in LA, I have a lot of friends that are Dodgers fans. I haven't really seen them post much about this, say much about it. I have heard a lot from the Catholic community though, and a lot of them are like, boycott the Dodgers. I'm like, come on, LA fans are not going to boycott the Dodgers.
No.
It's they're established, right? I think we're seeing them for what they're worth.
They're just a baseball team,
and
that's all they are.
But also like people that are like real fans of them, like Vince Scully, for example, was a big uh a big name for Dodger fans, right?
Yeah.
And he was a devout Catholic. What would happen if Vince Scully was alive today and he would see that happening?
Yeah.
Right? Or even I think their pitcher, what's his name? I forgot his name. But one of their pitchers does the Christian nights when they do like the Christian game, and then they do like an event after, and they go and like give testimonies and stuff. Like, are they gonna say something about this? I'm sure there's Catholic players on the team. Like, you see it all the time where they do the sign of the cross. Like,
yeah, with how many like Dominican and Cuban and Latino players there are now. Absolutely. Especially on the Dodgers.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what comes of it. I don't think anything will come of it. I just think
nothing ever does.
Yeah, I know there's an uproar amongst the Catholic community about it. Archbishop Gomez came out and said something too, and he just gave an official statement, right? He's not calling for a boycott of it.
Right. I don't think he can.
He can. Didn't you hear about? I think it was up in like on the East Coast that there was they were building a Planned Parenthood, and the like archbishop in that area basically said, if anyone that helps with the building of this Planned Parenthood, we will no longer contract you in any of our Catholic schools or churches. And it took them years to build that Planned Parenthood. So I mean, if he really wanted to, he could call that out. I mean, I don't know, tell the Catholics to not go to Dodger games, but again, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are more Dodger fans than they are devout Catholics.
Right. They're culturally Catholic.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a Dodger fan. Go Padres.
You're right. Go Friars.
Go Friars. I know the mascot's literally
A
a
monk.
Padre. Uh, but yeah, it sucks. I obviously there's gonna be uproar from the Catholic community, but I just wish more like LGBTQ plus people like called them out for what they are,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even after they like accepted them back
Yeah.
and are gonna like re-invited that group. I think they should realize like this isn't a win for them.
Right.
This is just, if anything, it's a win for the Dodgers because they won back that community.
Right.
And I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, mixed feelings across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like for the Dodgers, I don't know which community is bigger. Like, who likes baseball more?
I don't
You
know.
know?
Yeah.
And like, what about people a part of the LGBTQ plus community
Mhm.
who are Catholic?
Yeah. Yeah. Which we know. We know people that are.
Yeah.
And yeah, mean, we'll see. We'll see. But they would have to be part of that community, Catholic and Dodger fans.
Yeah, but think about how many people live in LA.
That's like what, 10 people? No.
No. I'm sure it's more than that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is to that. I think
I don't
once they
either.
uninvited them, they probably just should have just
Left it at that.
left it at
I
that.
think the
Yeah.
uninviting and re-inviting and
Yeah.
the flippy floppy is
Even
making it worse.
even if they just hadn't uninvited them in the first place, like
Yeah,
they
it would
are,
have been less of a deal.
yeah,
Yeah.
they had already decided who they were gonna invite. It was said and done. Just leave it at that. Them flipping back and forth is what caused
Everyone
this
to
mess.
be like,
Yeah.
why can't you just whatever?
Yeah.
Make yeah. I agree. They should have just
Yeah.
either stuck to their guns one way or the other.
Yeah, because I mean, as a fan of baseball, I don't want a sports organization to get involved in that, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of times we look to sport. Like I'm a huge NBA fan. I look to sports to kind of get away from all this like political nonsense,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you'll still get it. Obviously, you'll
Well, yeah,
see.
the NBA with all the
Yeah, you see the Black Lives Matter
Matter.
and stuff like that. You'll see it, and it's fine, and it'll happen. Players are going to be outspoken, and I think individual players being outspoken is one thing, but a whole organization flipping back and forth like this, you're not really being outspoken on anything.
No. You just obviously not caring, trying to make the most money possible.
Yeah. So, I think across the board, for Pride Month, I understand Pride Month, and I know a lot of Catholics be like, Pride is a sin, this and that, but at the same time, we're out here saying we're proud to be Catholic.
Yeah.
Or I'm saying like I'm proud to be Latino, right? Like we're allowed to say these things,
It's
but
just giving them a safe space that
Yeah.
they don't have a lot of the time.
yeah, and because a lot of them don't even have that safe space in their own families,
Right.
so they have to go to this
Mhm.
community, to this chosen family, to be able to have that expression of themselves.
Right.
And I understand that, and obviously, like as Catholics, we have our own ideas of what a sin is and what that means with sexual preference, right? Being homosexual is not a sin,
No,
right?
it's not.
And that's in the catechism, and I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that you don't get to choose if you're homosexual or not.
No,
It's
God made you that way, so
yeah.
how could it be wrong?
It's inherited, right?
Yeah.
It's not inherited. It's
It's a
part of
your
you're
DNA.
born that way.
Yeah. And if God made you that way, then how could that be a sin?
Yeah.
God doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to sex and stuff outside of
That's
marriage,
different.
that's a whole
That's a
another
whole
thing.
different conversation.
But with that said, it's just with Pride Month, like obviously I'm not gonna participate in like the Pride parades and stuff. Like I'm not gonna take my kids to that because I know I've seen them. I've
Yeah.
seen like
The culture that's there is not great.
Yeah.
Even if that was like heterosexual, the culture is just so
Yeah.
sexualized
yeah, I wouldn't take
that
my kids
I
to
wouldn't
that.
take my kids to that.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah. If they're older and they understand it and they know what's going on and they want to go, like sure, okay, they can figure that out themselves. by that point, I'm sure they've seen and
Things.
heard
Yeah.
things at school, seen things on TV. But as of now, like I'm not participating in this
Right.
Pride Month stuff. Um, I'll affirm someone if and it's happened in youth group in youth
Mm-hmm.
ministry where someone's got come out as gay to like me or the youth minister, right? And we talk to them, we're like, okay, you're gay, but we still love you,
Right.
right? And it's crazy how like we had this one girl who came out to us at one of the retreats, and she's like, my parents don't know, and we're like, okay, well, it's safe with us,
Yeah.
and someone else in the group said, if you're ready to tell your parents, I can help you. They're the same age, they're the core team. But we let her know like you have our support though. Like wherever you need help in your life, we're treating you the same.
Right.
And that's what we're called to do as
Mm-hmm.
Christians, to love you, right? To meet you where you are and to walk in this journey with you.
Well, and especially at that age, like the expectations of what's okay in terms of like a sin or not a sin or like acceptable or unacceptable behavior
Mhm.
is the same.
Mhm.
I don't care who you're interested in.
Yeah.
Those actions are unacceptable.
Yeah.
Whether it's a guy or a girl or whatever,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a whole thing with this Pride Month. And I think there's correct ways to participate in it and be able to express yourself. But mocking another religion ain't it.
Mm-mm. Definitely not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This got heavy real
So
quick. Yeah.
that it did. We went from Mother's Day and Mario to
To Pride.
Pride and all sorts of things.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think in the end we're still doing our best to raise our kids in this crazy world. And
It's all we can do.
yeah, and make sure that they understand what's right, what's wrong. Meanwhile, being able to express themselves freely, be it
And
be it through what they wear or how
right.
they act
And understand that other people are gonna see things and think
differently.
differently.
Yep,
And that's
that's just the world we live in.
yeah. It's just the world is.
Well, at least I got you to get me through it.
Got you, babe. Love you.
Love you too.